So welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to solve the December 2011 question, which is NPV related. So what we'll do is first we'll start from the required, okay? Then we'll move on to reading the question. So the required asks you to calculate the NPV and advise whether the investment is financially acceptable. Then it asks you calculate the IRR of the investing in the machine and advise whether the investment is financially acceptable. And the question moves on to explain the meaning of sensitivity analysis. So this is a theory question. Calculate the sensitivity of the investment in the new machine to a change in selling price and to a change in discount rate and comment on your findings. So A, B and C2 are the problem ones. So that is what we are going to solve now. So we'll start from the question. So we'll read the question. Warden Co. plans to buy a new machine. The cost of the new machine is payable immediately. That is, the payment has to be made on the start of the year. That is a 0th year, and it is worth 8 lakhs. And the machine has an expected life of 5 years. Additional investment in working capital is 90,000 and will be required at the start of the first year of the operation. So against it is the 0th year. At the end of 5 years, the machine will be sold for scrap with the scrap value expected to be 5% of the initial purchase cost of the machine. So if you have bought for 8 lakhs, 5% of it is going to be the scrap value. The machine will not be replaced. So if the machine is not replaced, the working capital will be released. So that's about the first paragraph. The second paragraph is production and sales from the new machine are expected to be 1 lakh units per year. Each unit can be sold for 16 per unit and will incur a variable cost of 11 per unit. Incremental fixed cost arising from the operations of the machine will be 1,60,000. So they have told you about the operational angle of the machine. So here Warden Co has an after-tax cost of 11%, which it uses as a discount rate in investment appraisal. So this is your discount factor. The company pays pro profit after profit tax 1 year in arrears at an annual rate of 30% per year. Capital allowances and inflation should be ignored. Okay, so the tax is going to be paid in a 1 year arrear at 30%, and there is no like tax benefit or a depreciation benefit or inflation in this problem. So this problem is a very straightforward problem. So we'll start. So we'll always start NPV problems with particulars, and we'll also set uh, to solve this problem in terms of thousands, so that it is like easy for us. We'll also have a working note column here, okay, and we'll also start from the 0th year. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the life of machine, and 6 is the tax year. So taxes is an arrear, so we'll have it as a 6th year. So we'll start. So the first number is going to be sales. So sales is going to be how much? In 0th year, we are not going to have any sales. In first year, we are going to have sales. Sales is going to be 1 lakh units, but we'll convert it into 100 units. We'll cut off the 1000, okay, and multiplied by the cost. Selling price per unit is 16. So we've got our sales value. Just take that number for 5 years across. We got our sales value. So the next one is variable cost. So variable cost is going to be the same kind of an application. So we'll have again equal, we'll take 100 as the units multiplied by the variable cost per unit. It is 11 per unit. So we'll take 1100 and we'll spread it across 5 years. So the next one is fixed cost. So here they say fixed cost is going to be 1,60,000 per year. So if you take 1,60,000, we'll cut 3 zeros in thousands and it's going to be 160. So we'll copy that and we'll just paste it. And for variable cost, as it is a cost, what we'll do, we will convert that number into a negative number. So 100 into minus 11 we will have it, so that it comes to a negative 1100. So we'll copy that and we'll paste across. So we got all these numbers. So if we solve these numbers, we are going to get profit before tax. So this is going to be our profit before tax. We'll just sum it. Okay. Why we sum it? Because the income are in positive and the cost are in negative. So we got our profit before tax. We'll just do the same for the other numbers. So we got the same number. So we have tax now, and tax is at 30% here. So we'll have it as 30%. But tax is in arrear. So what we'll do, the first year tax is going to be paid on the second year. So we'll take this cell as a reference. But what we'll do, we'll have 30% number. As the tax is a negative number, okay, what we'll do is we'll mark it as a minus symbol so that it comes to a minus number. So we'll take this number and we'll spread it across to 6 years, from the second year to the 6 years. So if you count, it's going to be 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we got our tax also. So now we will get something called as a profit after tax. We get after tax. So you can simply sum the number. This and this, you can just simply sum it. You got 340. Do it all the way for all the 6 years. So we got for all the 6 years, okay, the tax and everything. So our this paragraph is over, okay, and tax part is over. So we'll go to the first paragraph, which is about the new machine. So we'll take it as machine cost. So machine is bought in which year? Machine is bought in the 0th year. So that is a negative 800. And there's also a scrap. Whenever you do machine, you also take the scrap into account. So the scrap value is going to be 5% of 800. So it's going to be 800 into 5%. Okay, that is a inflow. As we sell the scrap, it's an inflow. So we'll take it here. So that comes to 40. So whenever you do the machine cost, always do the scrap with it. So the next number that we have still is working capital. We'll take it as WC. So working capital has to be invested when? He says it has to be invested in the first year of operation, at the start of the first year of operation. So at the start of the first year of operation is 0th year. So 90 we'll put it here, and it will be released when we sell the machine, it is released. So 90 we'll put it here. But why it is released? Because they say the machine will not be replaced. Okay, so as the machine is not replaced, the working capital will be released. So that's about the 90 here. So we've got all our cash flows. So what we'll do, we'll have the word called as cash flow, and we will sum up all these cash flows. So we have another sum from where? From here, from profit after tax till our working capital. We'll take all the numbers into account and we'll close. So we'll do the same for across the 6 years. We got our answers here. So that's about our cash flow. Still we have some step. We have discount factor at 11%. So what we do with this, the discount factor for the 0th year is 1. Okay, the discount factor is always 1 for the 0th year. From there on it falls. How it falls? 1 divided by, okay, 1 point, whatever is the discount factor. So whatever the discount factor is, in this problem we have 11% as a discount factor. So we'll take it as 1. Okay, so take the previous number and divided by 1.11. Do the same for all the 6 years. So you neatly got your discount factor. I'll repeat again. So take the 0th year as 1, and then in the first year reference the first cell number. Okay, that will be usually 1, that will always be 1, divided by 1 point the discount factor. The discount factor is 11% here, so we take it as 1.11. So you got this formula. You copy paste this formula so that each formula will, what they will do is they'll reference the before cell. So for second year they reference to the first year, for the third year they reference to the second year, like that each number refers to the before numbers. So that's how it works. Okay, if you are like confused suddenly with whether these numbers are correct or not, check with the discount factor table which is available in the exam. So you got these numbers. So next one is to find out the discounted cash flow. So discounted cash flow is a simple number. Multiply your cash flow into the discount factor. You got your DCF. So in some books it's called as DCF, in some books they call it as PV, present value. So we take it as DCF. So the last number is NPV. So NPV is very simple. Sum all the discounted cash flows from here to the 6th year and close the bracket. So you got your NPV. So NPV of 104 is the right answer. So whenever you have written this, okay, next to it also write the suggestion. Suggestion is accept the project, because if you're going to just indicate that accept the project, okay, suggestion is accept the project, you will get a half a mark. So don't miss that half a mark. That's very easy to get.